Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today. And I wanted to share a dream message that I had the night before last. It seems like I always need a bit of evaluation time to really get the most out of my dream messages because they just peel off like layers off an onion, I suppose. They're a lot more intricate than what they initially seem. So I dreamt that I was talking to my beloved and this is very odd because this never happened in real life, but in the dream I had a memory that I had sent him money to buy a plane ticket to come to see me. And I reminded him of that in the dream and he said, "Yeah, sorry, I just hadn't done that." And so I said, "Well, I'm not doing it anymore, I've already sent you money for a plane ticket. I expected you to come and see me, and you haven't." And so he got the money together himself to get the plane ticket this time to come to see me. And then I woke up. But I was like a bit confused when I woke up. I thought, Firstly, that never happened, so having a false memory within a dream is really odd. But then I started to analyze it and think, okay, the plane tickets were a symbol, an analogy for the energy that I invested. And I did give too much of myself in the past. I even told him that I thought he was a wonderful and amazing person, and he didn't get it. He said thank you, but he seemed very confused, as if, how was I meant to know that, I supposedly don't know him all that well. But energetically, I know him. Energetically, I've known him all my life, and beyond that. And being an amazing person has nothing to do with current action. Well, I guess if you're doing something really bad, you're not an amazing person, you can't just go around hurting people and be an amazing person. That's not what it is. But I know his heart, and his heart is amazing. And it really hurt me to know that he didn't think that of himself at the time. And I wasn't even offended so much about his comment because he kind of dismissed what I said. It was more like, wow, you really don't see yourself the way that I see you. That's really sad. And that's why I felt that I had invested a bit too much physically. So I withdrew. Because I thought, you know what? If you're going to return, I want you to return in the energy that I deserve to have, but also that you can have. This lack of self-confidence and self-love isn't going to cut it anymore. At one point, I thought I would nurture him and really help him on the physical plane, but then I realized, you know what? Not my exam, not my test. I've passed mine. I love myself. Do you? Well, you're going to have to level up if you don't. Seriously. Because self-love, as much as we definitely need that on this journey, it's so attractive. When somebody has that love, that respect, and they know, it's not arrogance. There's a difference between true self-love and arrogance. I feel arrogance has a fakeness about it, a bit of a, not genuine, a bit disingenuous, I suppose, yeah. But self-love, the real kind, is so alluring, so magnetizing. It's quite funny because I've noticed, and people around me have noticed it a lot more, especially my sister, because she's very observant. She said to me, although I was very magnetic before, the more I worked on myself and the more I started loving myself and really encouraging her to do the same, she says that people are just so drawn to me in the street. I won't notice it because I'm not really looking. I'm usually with my head in the clouds thinking about my manifestations and things of that nature. So I'm not really looking around to the people around me. But she says she's noticed. And some of the guys, she said, they'll look at me and then they'll look away. And they'll look at me again and then look away. And then look at me again in a way of, shall I approach her? But ultimately they're like, maybe not. And then they bottle and then they go away. But she said she'd never seen that before and she finds it rather amusing. I guess I do as well. And I'm actually glad that the guy bottled the specific one she pointed out because, like, he's not my type and I don't want to have to say, okay, no, thank you. But it was really funny. And she says that she's definitely noticed that, which is encouraging her to work on her self-love too, because it's such a magnetizing and attractive quality. I remember that one summer that I had nothing but self-love that I really, really, really focused on. I was like, okay, forget everyone else. I'm going to love myself this summer. And I remember, and I think, I did tell this story on YouTube actually. There was a group of very, very young boys. They were still teenagers. I think they maybe, I don't know, I can't really tell, maybe 13, 14, 15, maybe 16 at a push. They were very young. And they were walking in a group of 6 with 4 people in a cluster behind and 2 people up front. And the 2 boys at front looked at me. And I thought, oh God, please look where you're going or you're going to fall. And they actually did. They fell because they got their feet entangled. One boy put the foot in front of the other boy's foot, and the other boy's foot then entangled it into like a twisted braid thing. Oh my God, it was the funniest sight I'd ever seen in my life. They literally fell on their faces in front of my feet. And I thought, oh, shall I help them up? Because I felt rather bad. I thought, oh no, shall I help you up? And I thought, oh God, these other boys were right behind them and laughing hysterically. I thought, do you know what? I'm out. I'm going home. I don't want to be, no, I'm going to not look and I'll just mind my own business. But deep down, I was laughing. I thought, oh my God, this is funny. The thing is, right, on these occasions too, like especially the one with the boys, I wasn't even dressed to the nines or anything. I think I was just very plain. It was a day after work. I looked exhausted. I hadn't done my hair or makeup. I felt really tired. I just wanted to go home. I was wearing a plain white tank top, some jeans and a leather jacket and a scarf over the top. So, pretty covered up if you ask me. And somehow that still drew their attention. And I was like, okay, well, I must be really loving myself to be that attractive in my plain work. Well, it wasn't work. It was casual day at work. But, I must be really attractive to still draw the type of attention that I did. And then the day that person, my sister, pointed out, I was covered up in a humongous winter coat. Yes, it was a pretty pink winter coat, but a winter coat nonetheless, where you just completely head to toe pretty much covered up in coat, But still, it's your energy that people are drawn to. It's that confidence, that knowing that you just are worth it, whatever you're aiming for. And it makes me very happy to see the progress in my clients when I can hear and feel the shift through talking to them, that they've truly grown in their confidence. A ton of my clients have gone from working for other people to realizing that they want to own their own business and growing that confidence in actually manifesting their own business. Whereas when I spoke to them about 2 years ago, they thought, oh gosh, I don't even know if I could do that, become a CEO of a company. And now it's their goal and they're getting there too. It makes my heart so happy to know that I've managed to help others attain this, because it truly is an amazing feeling. And this is the number one thing that we should be aiming for. Yes, we want reunion. Yes, we want a happy ever after, but we want that self-confidence, that love, that magnetism, that we know the world is truly our oyster and we can attract any person or situation that we want because we're worth it and we deserve it. And I've gone off on a tangent. Oh, back to the dream. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm not really. I felt that I had to share that. Anyway, so back to the dream. The whole point of me saying all this is because me buying his ticket was overgiving, but me turning around saying, no, I'm not going to do that anymore, is truly self-loving. And he said he's going to buy his own ticket, and then he was on his way to me, and then I woke up, sadly. But to be continued. I'm sure I'll dream about the rest another time. But it shows me energetically through that dream that the tables have turned. And I was like that when we last spoke. I spoke my truth. I said, you know what? There are things that I'm interested in, and there are things that I'm not. And here they are. And so I guess he was a bit taken aback, thinking, whoa, she's changed. Because before I would try and appease, and I would try and, I guess, be cooperative and compromising. But now, no, if it's something I really don't want, I'm not going to compromise. I know my worth, and I know I'll only ever have my what I deserve, because I don't stand for any less. And that's the energy I felt from the dream, is the tables have turned energetically, and it's a great turnaround, and it's one that we should all aim for. Yes, there may be certain things that you want to compromise on, but other things that you really aren't. And there's no shame in setting your boundaries and telling them, and them knowing and feeling the assertiveness in you and the strength in you and what you will and won't stand for. You may think that they'll cower and think about it. Yes, that may be true. That may happen. But ultimately, they're going to come back and respect you and realize, okay, I want this to work, and I don't want to do anything that will hurt them or make them feel less than, because that's not my aim. So that's what I felt from that dream, and I thought I would share it because it's such an amazing energetic shift. And I do feel that all of this crazy planetary activity, especially the eclipses, have helped to shift some things and truly let them see who they are and who we are together. And I've definitely been encouraged to really be bold about who I am, No longer am I going to censor. I remember at one point I was a bit nervous about him finding out about my gift, but now I can't wait to tell him in person. I've hinted at it, and I know he's read my messages about, well, not personally to him, but messages that I sent out to the world through my social media and things, about how proud I am of my progress and my gift and the fact that I don't have to hide who I am anymore. And I can't wait to share that with him. And I know he'll be accepting of me because that's part of who I am, and he loves all of me. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, is they will love all of you. Your true love will. And it's exciting. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you'd like to book a reading, healing, channeled letter, coaching session, mini question bundles, or meditation, all the details are in the description. I thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.